There's been so many outcry on the social media over the new 32 amendment um, the legislative arm of government have been trying to push. Out of the 32, there is one that has been so peculiar, or should I say disturbing, to the Southerners, even to the Middle Beltern, and this has to do with the bill of indigenship. This bill, I understand, is being pushed by Benjamin Kalu. But for me, I believe those that are supporting this bill on a large scale, because not one single person can push a bill. You need the support. You need people to say that they support voice votes campaign. I've been watching this issue of amendment closely, and it has been the Northerners who wants this bill to pass through. I understand the Yorubas are, they are looking so troubled, calling the Igbos expansionists, saying that the Igbos want to take over the southwest. But I beg to differ. When you have a neighbor whom has been productive, he has contributed so much, right? Such people should be welcomed on all grounds. Yes. In America today, the blacks can never be diminished. The impact, the influence of how the Americans helped build, of how the blacks help build America today can never be undermined and cannot be swept under the carpet. And this is why today the blacks in America have gotten the opportunity to even preside above the whole of the United States of America, which coincidentally happens to be the most powerful nation in the world. If you go to America today, if you go to United Kingdom today, blacks are beginning to get, large fair share of opportunities, where we even have a young lady, Kemi Badenoch, vying for the position of the prime minister. Today, she is the leader of the opposition in the Labour Party, or should I say in the Conservative Party. Now, bringing it back home, instead of my Yoruba brothers fighting against the Igbos, who are apparently, they are not even the problem. Yes, because the Igbos are always ready to work with the Yorubas peacefully. No, they are not usurpers. I have not seen where the Igbos forcefully grab and snatch a land. What they do is you put your land up for sale, they bid, right? They bid legitimately, and if it happens that they are the highest bidder and you as a seller agree, not under duress. I have not seen any place where they agree under duress in the sales of a land. They clear your doubt, they pay your money, you sign the agreement, and that's it. Those who are the real issue here, okay? Yeah, because my brothers have been the loudest, but those who are even more particular about the worries of passing a bill of indigenship, that if you have spent 10 years, if you are, they call it indigenship by marriage, or you have spent more than 10 years because you were staying in a particular place, whether you were there peacefully or not peacefully. They did not explicitly state it in this bill. then you automatically become the indigene of that territory, which means that you have the opportunity to contest for political positions, traditional leadership positions. You can just literally say that I am a so person. I am from so place. The threat here are the Fulani elders. But again, I don't know how the Yorubas, and in fact, it seems it is the only Yorubas who are not seeing this. If you go to my hometown in Ibarapa, Shaki, Seyin, all those places, we have some Fulanis unwelcome though. They infiltrated those forests and territories. Bandits. Some of them will come into the town, they will stay quietly, but in the night they go back into the forest to perpetrate those evil. And when they make money, they come back again. They even start, giving handouts. They become a philanthropist in the economy and in the society. These are elements that we, as a South, as a whole, I'm not excluding anybody. I have always said it. The Igbos and the Yorubas have a lesser problem, because I have never seen where the Igbo man will take a gun and they will just ensure that they usurp a particular area, wherein they sack everybody in that locality. Show me one place. I dare you, as a Yoruba person. Show me. I am equally a Yoruba person. Just show me. So you can see that is a lesser issue. It is even a non-issue. If I go to an Igbo land today and I have an intention that I want to set up my business, they can decide to sell one plot for 50 million, and I look at it, but in my own hometown, people don't sell it. We cannot sell a land like this for more than 50 million. How come? It is because me, I do not value my whole land. If I value my land, I can decide to sell it for 100 million. And if they have the money to pay, they give me the damn money, and I have no any right to go ahead and start complaining that they're buying my land. So you can see all this does not hold water. The monsters here are those ones that will come uninvited, unwelcome. They just come without even telling you they are coming. They wheel their AK-47. They come into your village. Everybody will scatter. Yeah, look at what was going on in Ondo State, wherein about 5,000 human beings, people were displaced within a space of 1 week in Ondo. These are the axes of Akoko Edo. These are the places that shares boundary with the Edo North region. Who were the people that chased them away? Was it the Igbos? It was the Fulani herders, the marauding Fulani herders, who got into that village. Who are the people terrorizing my Yoruba people in Igbo territory in Barapa? Is it the Igbos? Is it not the... So now this bill, they say that when you stay in a particular area for 10 good years, you become the indigene. You have equal right and measures to contest, to have a say in any state. But we are just being distracted. But you know what? Those that are serious about this bill are the middle belt towns, because they are ready to take it up. I can tell you that in Benue, about 25% of Benue Plateau's land has been taken over by the Fulani people forcefully. Not as if they did not collect one kobo. When Obi said that I know they give shishi. The Fulanis know they give you shishi. Those that you are complaining about your land in Southwest, are they not paying you in millions? In fact, in some cases in billions. These ones, if Fulanis have a chance to spread into, let's say, Ogun State, you should know that Lagos State is gone now. Before you know, you're just expanding to all those places like Ikorodu, Ekpe, Shagamu, and they eventually touch into the sea. And any day they have a taste of that sea, they are not going back unless you take their life. So going back to the Middle Belt, the Middle Belters have firmly said that this bill is an agenda to Fulanize them. Because we know what Uthman Danfodio did within the period of 1804 to 1894. Before the British came in 1901 to displace the Fulani Caliphate. The influence of the Fulanis is what we have today, that in the north, in the core northern states, no real indigene can become the governor. Abi, no be so? Am I wrong? Put it in the comment section. Go to Kano State. Who are the governors there? The Fulani's. Go to Zamfara, Katsina. Go just Kaduna. Go and check. Jigawa, Bauchi. That is Bauchi in any way has no affiliation with Fulani. But you know, this is Nigeria. Anybody, not anybody. Fulanis are the superior race. Just so you know, in case you are arguing, go check out. Try and go check out. You know. So, if in the north, if in Kano since inception, in fact, take a look at the Nigerian presidency. It is aliens that have a larger say in the leadership recruitment process of the Nigerian state. A foreigner, an alien, is someone who came into the country just less than 300 years ago. Before the formation of the Nigeria, the Fulanis, they encroached, they had a massive and aggressive incursion and invasion of the Nigerians' lands, the aborigines. They did what we call ethnic cleansing. They cleaned out Sokoto, cleaned out all the Serikis in Kano, went into the Borno, did a lot of malfeasances, toppled people in Adamawa State. Today we can see that the governor of Adamawa State had to take it upon himself to dethrone all the Fulani emirs, and he said, no, the real owners of these royal seats are the Indigenes. And we can see that Fintiri dethroned them. Waziri of Adamawa, who is Atiku, has been deposed of that title because he's a Fulani man. Those are the places that used to be called Gongola in those days. This argument, this flimsy, God, this emptiness from my brothers who are saying that it is the Igbos that are pushing. Okezie, Benjamin Kalu Okezie, is being used by these northerners to push the agenda, because so many people understand that if a Fulani man tries to push this, everybody will say that no way, you cannot try it. Not even when a burning issue like the Sharia establishment court in the south, when they saw that they failed, wherein the Sultan even had to just intercede. The Sultan had to interfere and try to say that, okay, you know what, the southern governors cannot by any means try and suppress the voice of the southern Muslims. So they know that right now everybody is watching them with an open eyeballs. So they would push, they are going to use a coy. Okay, so it's just a pawn in the game, in the scheme of things. It is not in any way going to give him more benefit that he is currently enjoying. Of course. The people who are the real expansionists, these ones are even forcefully expanding their territories down into the green. When you take a look at the Nigerian map, when you look at it from the belt line, that's the middle belt line, downwards, you can see the green rates. the agricultural prosperity, the fertility of the soil, the riches of the natural resource. They have seen, mapped it out that men, we have to do everything to legalize our stay. So all those Fulanese that come in through cows, they come in through trucks, they come in with cows, that they have stayed in the south, maybe in the Igbo land. Have you been to Abia State? Do you know how many Abokis you have there? Go to Enugu, go to Imo, go to Ebonyi. Do you know how many of them illegally, illegally move into those places, who today are adding absolutely nothing into the economy, adding absolutely nothing, but they are always ready to cause chaos and havoc. All what they are waiting for is just the order of their Seriki or their Sultan. Those should be our worries and our fears, not our core people who are peaceful, loving. I know what I'm saying, when I'm saying they are peaceful, loving, because when you look at the marital transactions amongst all the race who are not closely related, the Igbos and the Yorubas are like this. Now then they knock their self pass. Now then they marry their self pass. I don't think you can count 5 families in the south, whether in the southeast or in the southwest. They don't intermarriage. You will see one family where we say na Yoruba and Igbo pam. In my own house, just at my backyard, I have one. The woman is an Igbo woman, and then the husband is a Yoruba man. Living peacefully, they've been married for more than 18 years. Nobody dey hear. In fact, the woman don't turn Yoruba finish self. You no go even know. So she be Igbo woman. The day I found out, I was shocked. The way she speaks Yoruba. And in fact, she's even an Olokpo. Olokpo are people who cook. They cook rice for parties. These are like events, ceremonies, cook. They are the less problem. No, see, in this conversation of a bill of citizenship by indigenship after 10 years, if we must go against it, we must go against it for a particular reason. That unless the Fulani'S can call themselves into order to stop killing and stealing our lands. Can't you see the way they collected those bokos, those areas in Plateau State? Lands that are rich in tin ore. How the Fulani'S have grabbed all the land in Zamfara, rich in gold. Osun State today, they have taken all those places that are rich in gold in Osun State. In my own state, Oyo State, they have taken about 5%. In fact, there's a village in my place, Oyo State, which is between when you leave pass through Moniya, like you're going to all those Isen side. That place, the people who are there are 90% Fulanese. The king there is a Fulani. Yes, they speak Yoruba, but you know that these ones are not Yoruba people. They are Fulani, well dressed. They go around with their cutlass, their sharp dagger, and everything. They still speak their Fufude, but right there when they communicate amongst themselves, they speak Yoruba. And they call themselves Fulani Yoruba or Yoruba Fulani. You don't ever hear that. That is the level of expansionism. Okay? That is the agenda. And it is what we should be worried about. This is what we should be worried about. So this bill shouldn't be made a thing of Igbo versus Yorubas. No. Okeze is being used by the oligarchs. And we know those oligarchs, the political juggernauts. We know those that dictate, those that have told us that nobody can become a president without their endorsement. It was El-Rufai that said such. He said, the North are the what kingmakers, and particularly the Fulani's. And you who deem it fit not to bow, go nowhere. Benjamin Kalu, probably he has some aspirations. Maybe he wants to become the. He's currently, I think, he's currently the. Is it not the deputy speaker? Is it the speaker? I think it's the deputy senate president. Whatever positions he occupies. But I know he's not the number one in that seat. So his aspiration is probably in the near future. He wants to become the governor. Don't forget, he has always said that he wants to become the governor of Abia State. So, and he has seen what the likes of Uzodinma and co enjoyed from the largesse of repositioning overnight people who got fourth and all of a sudden had a sudden turnaround, became first, and today they are the governor of their state in Imo. So I believe he has seen it. I'm gonna make I do the bidding. Make I push am. No be yab they go yab me. Come there. Ma push am. So that is what is happening, and we have to shine our eyes. If you're just joining, please kindly like, subscribe, and share this video. Bye for now.